Man. What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Just having some internet issues. As literally as I've been trying to get connected for the last like 3 minutes. Anyway, hopefully we stay connected. All right, so we're gonna continue backtesting or methods here. We finished off with April 17th, so we're going to move on to April 20th, and we'll move it to 0940, and then we'll go check to see if there's any news that day. All right. Assuming, really? Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see if we had any news on the 20th. No news at all. Nice. Okay, so we can trade this as it goes. All right, so we are bullish. Oh, let's reset the account. That was the last week's attempts at trades. All right, let's look at, so we're very bullish. What do we have? We have previous day high right here that we can, previous day high and all-time high. Let's just do ATH that we can look forward to. Let's drop to the 4-hour. We're closing this gap as well. Beautiful. So as always, we're using the on-demand feature for Thinkorswim, which lets us replay the day's trades, well, the day's candles as though they're live. So, which is beautiful because I don't know what happened. I don't even know if I took a trade that day. So we shall see. Which is nice because it really helps me stay on top of what I need to do. All right, so we're digging into this gap. The 4-hour candle is gonna close in. Let's do the speed up. Okay, it's gonna close in about 20 minutes, so we'll see how that plays out. All in all, we're bullish. Let's look at the 1-hour candle. All right, so got a 1-hour order block right here. They already tapped into it and they ran up. This 1-hour candle is gonna close in 20 minutes, 19 minutes, and then we have this gap that they're filling up. They've filled in completely. All right, tiny fair value gap forming right here. So with this type of candle, I want to see how the candle closes because I don't really trust these candles when they're like doing all of that stuff. Beautiful, beautiful gap closure here, pre-market. So normally I would like to see some kind of sweep of liquidity, shift in structure, and then a chance to go higher. Where's London and all of this? Oh, okay. So we're about all the way down here for London lows. I would not say no if they want to clear that out and then give me a reason to go long. On the 15-minute, got red, and Asia is down here. We opened here, gapped up, so this looks like it's going to close very bearish on that 15-minute candle. Well, it's got a couple minutes left, so we want longs. I would love some sweep of liquidity. That'd be nice. We've already sort of decided to keep running up and now we're retracing back. So given that I want to know how this candle closes, let's push it to 9:45, which is when I'd be clear to take a trade. So that's the end of that 15-minute candle. If we close above here, that'd be interested in longs. Let me go back to like the 1-hour. I want to use this order block to do some, look at that. I want to use this order block to do some standard deviation planning here. See how far we might get above. Oof, that's not great. It's really close actually. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. These candles lie, man. You gotta wait for them to actually close. Cause look at that. When just before 9:45, it was all the way down here. Now we're doing all of this back and forth, back and forth. Hang on a second. All right, yeah. So we really need to get to see this candle close. I would like, honestly, if we close above here, I'd like to see what this one standard deviation is gonna be. So we have what? All right, let's push this to 10 o'clock because with that candle, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna like be wringing my hands trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let the candle close. All right, so we had a better closure on that 1 hour candle. We had a sweep of liquidity. We have a shift in structure here. All right, let's see how we go. So this feels more like a continuation type of trade. Sweep of liquidity, shift. We tackled this. All-time highs are up here. I think a 1 micro trade from here would not be weird. We see on the 5-minute. Be nice if there was like some sort of I mean, we're obviously bullish. I wouldn't mind if they made another protected low for me to work with, come back down, and then make another order block here, another protected low like this one. Because the entry I'd like would be, I guess we could, I don't even know what that would look like on the 5-minute. It's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. Like a sweep. If we make another protected low, you know, then I could take an entry here to go up there. So I'm wondering. All right, so we came into this propulsion block on the 1-minute. I mean, honestly, like sweep, did we jump into like a fair value gap or something? What are we working with here? Because like an inversion entry would not go astray, I think. So we have like a 5-minute fair value gap here. Just blew right through it there a little bit. Tap, tap. So let's see what we do here. A close above would be nice, and then I could, you know, aim for that. I can't use, I kind of wish we had like the tools that TradingView does, you know, the long tools, so I could see how many contracts and all that good stuff, because it's hard to tell. So I'm always, see, this 5-minute candle has 3 more minutes left on it. Okay. Let's fast forward this so we could see. These are the types of days I don't really like as much because, like, I gotta think about, did they already do the sweep of liquidity pre-market ahead of time? We have essentially equal lows on here they could come take out. They did a bit of a drop, but they haven't really gone anywhere, done anything. So what we have is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles. And the next hour looks like it wants to be a red candle. So I just need to see some actual liquidity. I need a confirmation that we're going to continue our happy selves to all-time highs again. So we've come back into this order block. If we close above this guy, then I take it here, stops under here. Let's see. It would be a 1 micro trade because, as I said, I'm not super excited about where we are for this. we had basically, we've already cleared the gap. So they could just as easily just drop from here. And we have technically a shift right here on the 5-minute. If we get a second shift here, then I could take a 1 micro trade down here and then see if we can go for London lows, which is what it looks like we're going to get. It's all about how these candles close. Ugh, I don't like the wicks. So you have to consult the higher time frame. Like they tell the story. They tell you what's happening. They tell you whether or not you need to be doing anything. And this tells me I need to sit on my hands. Now, failing to take this low out and pushing upward, like I said, a long from here, stop under here, looks really potentially promising. But again, that 1 hour candle and trying to go short in a bullish market is it's not my bag. But it all depends on how it closes. We have 1 shift here, and then we're waiting for another one. This might be way too rich for my blood right here. But look, wicking. Nothing to do but wait. Let's look at that 15-minute candle. It's got another minute, 15 left in it, some sideways action. 1 hour candle. Thing is, there's no reason to come back down here. There's no fair value gaps. You're already inside of this bigger volume imbalance. So you just gotta, so you have to have rules, right? You have to have rules as to when and how you're planning to get into a trade. Like, what is your reason for taking the trade? Like I said, we have a sweep up, we close the gap, shift. These 2 candles is an order block. If it shifts below it, then that would give us a short, right? If we sweep, we had a shift here technically. If we create another order block and shift above this guy, then all of a sudden we have a reason to go long. Right now, we don't have a reason to do anything. So that 15-minute candle, okay, that's looking a lot more bearish. So I like the 5-minute. So again, we still haven't shifted for a secondary shift here. We close below this guy, then maybe we can ride it to London lows. And I mean with a body, like, I don't like the fact that, I don't like wicks. They do damage. Oof. So with this entry, I would need a stop above here. Here at the minimum. Let's look at that 15-minute candle. Gotta check the higher time frame candles. It's not sexy. So we swept it, made equal lows, but didn't close body below it. So I'm not super pressed to take a short there either. Just in a little range. See, look at that. Gotta wait. Patient. See, that 1 minute would be lying to me, right? That 1 minute would be saying, I don't know. What is it saying? Is there like a better fair value gap I can be working with here? There's a tiny one here that they've tapped into. Look at that. What does that 1 hour candle look like? Okay. It's almost about to be 10:30. We've got 5 more minutes left on that. So this is a shitty day for the way I trade. Like, even we made equal lows here. Yep. We made equal lows, didn't take this out, which I don't like. Like, sweep it at least, you know? That doesn't mean that we're gonna get what we want. We're still inside of this weird little range. It's this 15-minute tiny fair value gap's been holding up price. And in my mind, we haven't gotten a proper shift, so I think longs are still very much on the table. There's a certain part of me that feels like I should be a lot more aggressive with my entries, but I don't trust ranges. This feels like high resistance trading right here, so I want nice and easy, you know, sweep, shift again, take an entry, and then it slowly moves in your favor. This is smacking the face over and over again behavior. Plus, they're going to come sweep that equal low anyway. Sweeping lows. Because they don't like to leave those open, you know? Honestly, like, it's so crazy being you know, working full time and then trying to trade at the same time. It's crazy because like the Thursday before Memorial, I took time off and I was able to just trade that day. No work, no nothing. The ability to just focus just on what I'm doing is so much better. It's so much easier to get stuff done. So much easier. All right, so 1030's hit. See, so I'm saying, like, don't play games with this stuff, right? Like, they made equal lows. They're really close to it. They swept it now. I'd be interested in a long after this if we can get it. Like, we got 1 minute order block here. Let's sweep that puppy. Give us something juicy. But that 1 hour candle is bearish, so it's quite possible they might want to run back into the bottom of this order block. But again, remember, high resistance. So we got to wait. Look at that wick. You would need some proper expansion so you could see that it actually wants to continue down. So this would be the real shift right here below this order block. So we have shift here, shift here. So, but it all depends on how it closes. And how are we closing? We close like that. Still inside of this 50-minute fair value gap. So it does look poised to continue down. Oof. I don't know. Like, we're forming a gap here. This seems like a waste of a morning for me. Sometimes these days without any news can be really, really impressive, you know? Like, personally, I'd like some follow through. All this wicking doesn't give me any confidence. It just feels sweepy to me. So longs are really more where I'm interested. So let's see. And a lot of this might mean I need to wait for this next hour candle to close. Because this 15-minute candle looks like yep, it's a doji. All that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the same place. Doji. So yeah, we just swept. We created they artificially created a low, swept it out. Now I'm looking for reasons after this sweep now, like a nice shift on the 5-minute would be nice. I'm not trying to get into any shorts and no joke, I might be interested in a short if we closed meaningfully below here. We haven't really done that. So let's get this 1 hour candle again. Because this is my general thought process. Like, we've been running up since open. We've closed the gap here, and now it looks like it wants to finally close out. No joke. This is where I'd be more interested in taking a short. But at this point, I've probably already missed it, which is a thing that happens to me all the time. So I will test a 1 micro short out inside of that gap. I do love those. And I'll set it right there. Stop. And for London lows. So on the 5-minute, I have a protected high right here, so they've already tapped it. They might just run away. And again, I could be wrong, so it would be like a small trade. In the expectation that that 1 hour candle is going to continue dropping to close itself out. Now, it's the more meaningful drop that made this more interesting for me. But like I said, we could have missed it already, and it could just run away from us. But on the 5-minute, so I was waiting we had 1 shift, and then we just had a meaningful shift. So the rest of this for me is not good enough. I know a lot of people probably have already taken it and been short, but yeah, so now looks like, oh, they missed me by a couple. Well, let's see. It's a 1 micro trade, so nothing too crazy. There's a tiny volume imbalance in here. I love those. They usually like to tap them, but if they're ready to run, the order block the fair value gap might be enough. And it looks like I might not get tagged. There's a small little order block here. I could put it there, but it's better for me to put it here. Higher probability of getting into the trade. Small stop over the 5-minute, the top of the 5-minute order block there. Come on. There's 10 minutes left. So lately I've not been really excited about taking trades too close to the close of an hour candle. And I was mainly bullish, but let's see. Now we need to see like a rejection immediately from here. Immediately. Because there's only 10 minutes left. They have to like cover some ground. So that's what I was waiting for. You got these lows. There you go. Nice expansion. Beautiful. Wow. Coming straight for London. Beautiful. All right. So I got to be patient. Oh, come on. You tagged me out already. Don't play games. Sometimes think or swim, when it taps it, you have to be in the lower. You have to be in the lower. Yeah, look, it tagged it. Should have knocked me out. What is this candle? I'm gonna move it back so it can actually kick me out of a trade because it should have already done so. Let's go back to 1049. Okay. So just moving back so that when it does drop, it actually removes me from the trade. Because that was a quick hit. Very nice. And this time they went to the order block too, which is good. So hopefully it's not a matter of how fast it dropped to take out London lows. Because it just tanked. Given the stop, I could have done like 2 micros. Come on, release me. Ah, it didn't do it again. Alright, so we know this is a win. Maybe they'll want to flush it again to finally remove it, because that would annoy the shit out of me if it didn't give me the win. Because it went down, it swept it with some alacrity. Come on, TOS, don't play games. You're supposed to have knocked me out of that trade right then. The live stuff would have. So maybe they'll drop again. But, ugh, the wick and the replace. That was a really quick. Yeah, this looks like it wants to pop back up. Come on. Because it's already taken London lows out now, and I should just close this because TOS should have already taken me out of this. The fact that I have to manage a trade I should already be out of is kind of ridiculous, but that's all right. Hopefully in the next 4 minutes, this will just drop and properly knock me out. Little volume imbalance in here. Two minutes. I guess it's too fast for the, it was too fast for the on-demand feature to do its thing. So maybe we'll get it here. "20 seconds!" But that was a good setup. We just waited for confirmation, body closures, not wicks, because those wicks, man, I'm offended. This should have taken me out already, but this is just a think or swim thing. New hour candle. It's gonna cheat me of my full TP. I can tell you. Should have already knocked me out on this candle, so we're just waiting to get out. Because we should have gotten the 200 down here. So I'm just going to move it here because this candle already tapped our TP. We just didn't get tagged out. But really good setup. We were waiting. We were inside of this annoying ass range. And then we waited for proper confirmation. And we got in on this, the proper body break below here inside of the little tiny volume imbalance. And then, yep. And then technically we should already be out, but TOS is having an issue the speed at which that candle moved, it couldn't close me out. So I'm hoping that will finish up here and we'll get the full TP. Come on, close it out. There we go. All right. So quick recap. Beautiful. So I was saying we're waiting for two things. We ran up consistently and we closed the gap. We closed the gap here pre-market. And then we had this 5-minute order block and we shifted below it with this big candle right here beautifully. Then we made another order block here. I was waiting for it to shift below that with a body. It did not do that until this candle. So based off of that candle, I went into the 1 minute and now I could actually take a trade. Order block, nice little volume imbalance break in the fair value gap. That was my entry. And 1 micro trade down to London lows. Perfect. All right. So that would be the trade for April 20th. And we would have made 210. Beautiful. That's when I close out for the day. Move on to the next day. So let's go to April 21st. 09. Let's go to 40. I do believe this day had some news. So let's go to the daily candle here. And, oh, looks like, all right, so let's go check the news to see if we had any news on the 21st. So we had retail sales at 8:30 and at 10 a.m. testify, a Fed chair that testified and pending home sales. So it's one of those days that I would wait until 10 a.m. to trade. So with that in mind, hey, Benar, what's going on? Really? Awesome, awesome. Sorry I can't have audio on them because I'm usually working and then like in meetings and talking and stuff, so I always have to take them off. And thanks for watching. I'm trying to make sure and like record all of my trades so I can go back and rewatch them and analyze what I could have done better. You know, what did I do well, that kind of thing. And it's really helping me out for sure. I've gotten a lot more like relaxed with what I'm trading, with how I'm trading even. All right, looks like they took all-time highs out pre-market on the 21st. Let's look at the 4-hour. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? 4 candle is hanging out in this little order block here. Let's see how we behave. So we're still hanging out inside this gap. Ugh, I hate when they hang out inside of gaps. They haven't closed the body outside of it yet. Not a juicy 4-hour candle. Where's London? London low's already been taken. Asia low's already gone. And we're at this 4-hour order block. So the best I can specify is, let's do some sell side liquidity here. I'm not taking any shorts though. Let's be clear. Oh, so Ebenar, did you get the books? Did they like them? How was your trading week? The 1 hour. I ended up taking 1 trade last week. I missed a long. It really does. It really, really does. And sometimes I'm lazy, but I do look forward to doing the back testing, especially now that I'm like, I feel so calm and relaxed when I'm trading now. I'm like waiting for very specific things. And I just, you know, if I don't get what I need to see, I just don't take a trade. It's just that simple. All right. So one thing I like about this is, you know, we've swept all these lows out right here. We've tapped into this 1-hour order block. I want to see how we behave inside of it. New all-time highs have been created. What I'd like to do though is maybe I can get some standard deviations for TPs above the all-time highs. See where we might go. So let's see. All right, so we got a couple of options here. Let's duplicate this. So this is one standard deviation. So I used a 1 hour order block to create that guy. And let's duplicate that. So all-time highs is all I do. I just grab higher time frame order blocks and then they specify areas where they might go. It's been working really well, actually. Learned that from ICT a few years back. So they don't always have to go to the 2 standard deviations, but usually they do, you know. They take their time to get there. All right, cool. And let's see if there's a 4-hour order block. Maybe we can get some correlation between the two. You know, if they overlap, then life is like a box of chocolates. This thing is huge, so might not get as much overlap. Kind of close, but I'll use the 1 hour because I need what's the word I'm looking for? I need targets I can actually like work with. If it's too far away, then, you know, can't quite get into that. All right, so there's news until 10. Now that we kind of have some ideas as to what we're doing, let's move to 10 o'clock because I wouldn't be taking a trade until that 1 hour candle is closed. Yeah, exactly, right? Like you can just take the same setups over and over again, and that's exactly what we need to do. That's it. Just take the same setups. Life is like a box of chocolates, and that is all. All right, so all right, that is a nice closure on that 1 hour candle. It shows that we are very much interested in continuing up higher, respecting the 1 hour order block. So we've had a very aggressive move up, shift on the 5-minute here. So with that, I normally like to have a shift and then a retracement back down and then a secondary shift, and then I'll take that and that'll be maybe I'll try and aim for that 1 standard deviation. You know, I actually don't ever look at volume. You know, I know a lot of people use it. It's super helpful. And, but if I'm being honest, like I haven't really looked at volume in years. I think the last time I looked at volume was probably 4 years ago. But it's an awesome tool. But I've just never had a need to use it. But that's because I just want things to be super simple. So like I just look for certain signatures and price and I just take my entries. If you've watched a lot of the trades, I've tried to condense them down to like 5 minutes, but some of them are like an hour and a half, 2 hours, like of just sitting there waiting, you know, to get into something. So for this scenario, I would love to see a protected low like this one get formed, or for them to run back into this fair value gap here. There's 2, 1, 2. So I'd love if they would tap this. I'm looking for like my main setup, which is a 5-minute shift, which we got here. It's a body, but barely, but it's there. And then I need a retracement and then a second shift. And then I'll get in. I don't like this because my preference would have been, I would like this more if this had tapped into this. Just a little wick. And I would have liked it more. It didn't do that though, so this is a scenario where I end up missing trades sometimes because this signature I'm looking for, I don't see it. So let's see. Yeah. See, like this, you see this one on the 1 minute, like that's nice. Like I like that tap and go. It's a very strong indication that price wants to keep moving up. On the 1 minute, there's a protected low here, but I don't like 1 minute lows. I like 5 minute, 15-minute lows. You know what I mean? Because then if this had tapped into here, then we could have made another protected low. And then I could have felt super duper safe taking along here. But I don't, because it's not the signature I'm looking for. Because they can sweep this out easy peasy, lemon squeezy if they want to. They look like they're just going to run for all-time highs, for sure, from here. And I would have missed a nice trade, but that's all right, because if I don't have 100% confidence in the trade, like this would be like a B for me, because they didn't tap into this. We've just really properly swept this 5-minute order block with a body here. So they can absolutely, come back down, make me another low, and then I'd be happy to take it. But like I said, I would have been happy to take it if this had tapped into this order block, but it didn't. So let's wait and see what they do. It's all about patience, because over the years, I've taken this trade and gotten my ass handed to me like multiple times. So I've learned. And it's okay if I miss the trade. There's always another trade, It's always another trade. What does that 15-minute candle look like? Okay. It's not bad. Any fair value gaps that we could be using in here? Got some balanced price range stuff over here. Semi-decent closure. 1 hour should be looking pretty nice. Or mainly nice. This is beautiful. That's looking good for a continuation of, because I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I should be taking things on the 1 minute, but I don't get the same level of comfort on the 1 minute. Like, this type of staircase up is great, but it doesn't fit into my setup. And there might be a time when I start taking trades that look like that, and then I'll be in on these moves. But it's not really how I trade at the moment, so I can't really even on the 1 minute, I would have, if I was going to take this, I would have taken it here, and they would have missed me a few times. My general interest, honestly, is for them to tap into, just tap it. Just tap this tiny, tiny little fair value gap. Not even the big one, the tiny one. Oh, what is it doing? Hold on. Doesn't mean it'll do it, but there's a model that I've been trading as a continuation model. Why is it? Hold on. I'm trying to draw the box, but it's doing a weird zoom in feature, so. There's also there's also the inversion that we could use here. You could come back in, but the stops would have to be below here. I'm waiting for a second order block to form. So we've shifted once now. I'm waiting. It looks like it's going to form here. If we can make a nice protected low like we see here, then I will be in business. So if we can get, tap that. Tap it a little bit. It doesn't even need to, honestly. If it taps it and busts above here, then we've made another protected low for me, even if I don't like that they haven't tapped this fair value gap. But this is what I wait for on the 5 minute, 5 minute order block. We shifted very barely. This is really where it properly shifted, proper body. So I'm waiting for a second order block to form. And then a nice shift. It's really close to all-time highs, but, honestly, they've swept it already. I feel like they might just keep going. Honestly, don't even know if I took a trade this day. After this, I'll check my journal. But hey, we got a little tappy tap in here. That's nice. There's a second one down here. I never assume that they're going to stop at the first. Yes, Donkey Kong Country! Yeah! I used to love playing Donkey Kong when I was a kid. Thanks. Got it at Disney in February. I was hemming and hawing. I didn't want to buy the shirt because I was being cheap. So stupidly expensive. I was like, I can't bring myself to buy the shirt. I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to buy the shirt, but I didn't. Oh man. All right, 1026. All right. Let's see how we get see if we get if so this is beautiful right here. That's forming up real nice. Let's see what that 1 hour candle looks like. Oof. That is not pretty. Jeez Louise. That is not a pretty 1 hour candle. I am not I don't feel super excited about taking the trade on that 1 hour candle. There's still half an hour left in it, so we can. These candles lie. Can I just tell you? They lie. They lie so well. They lie. They tell you, oh my God, I'm a doji. And then 5 minutes later, no, I'm a strong green candle. Like, anyway, I wouldn't mind if they came and tapped the second fair value gap here. And then tapped, even if they only tap the inversion right here, that would be perfectly acceptable. And that could be an entry. Oh, you're going to let me draw the box now? Yay! And if it doesn't tap it, well, that tells me that the bulls are firmly in charge and they have tons of energy and they can make it up here. Now, this is where I sometimes feel like, I'm seeing what I want to see. We've tapped this nicely. Can I do a preemptive long? Instead of taking it all the way up here, like, can I get a preemptive long out of this? Because I think this is going to be a protected low, but they've only tapped the first of the fair value gaps that I'm just interested in. So this is where I just wait, especially with a 1 hour candle that is a doji. Wow, that sucks. But there's still like almost 30 minutes left in this candle. What, 27 minutes left in this candle? Look at it. Gross. And did we check for, oh yeah, London was already like knocked out. Asia was already knocked out with this. So they've swept all the liquidity I care about. So longs are where it's at for me. I just need them to give me what I want. And this is where patience comes in. So I wouldn't say no to a long right here. Or if they tap it and then take it here, all-time high, the 1 standard deviation, see if we can get up there. But that doji hour candle can kick rocks. Jeez, the first day was a pain in the butt. We still got what we had to wait. Traders, man, I know there are some badasses out there that just know where it's going to go, and, more power to them. I've got to wait for these signatures to form. It's like, my first A+ setup is sweep of liquidity. They've swept London. They've swept Asia with this shift in structure. We got it here with that candle. We're forming a new order block. We've tapped into this candle. If it decides to shoot up, no problem. Actually, I prefer if they did that. The continuation trade, my continuation trade is if we're already trending in a particular direction and they've left 5-minute fair value gaps, like 1, 2, or 3 of them, then I want to see them come back down into those, the second and third fair value gap, tap it, and then leave with a 1-minute, like, order block and fair value gap, and I'll end on the fair value gap. This is me waiting for my sweep of liquidity, market structure shift, then just waiting for a breakup structure. Honestly, I don't understand why we have to use all these different terms. It's just so very what's the word I'm looking for? Distracting? Confusing? Whatever. And the annoying thing is, like, I would draw it out so you guys could see it easier, but I don't really have a tool for that in Thinkorswim. So remember I said I was waiting for them to come down and tap the second tenular fair value gap, so maybe we'll get that? I don't know. We get up here and we don't take this out. I don't like when they play games like this. And again, that 1 hour candle is starting to look a little bearish. Or not. Might not get to take this trade until after 11. Honestly. Oh, hey. Nope. Just in the same spot. Also, it's so bright and fun. You know, like sometimes I think maybe I should, if I move back to an island, I'm gonna get a fun colored car. You know, like bright yellow or bright orange, you know? Like cars are so boring now. Like everybody's got these boring black vehicles or these boring, um, what is it? Black, white, silver, you know? Back in the day, man, cars were fun colors. You had like beautiful greens and blues and reds and yellows, and life was bright and shiny, you know, like everything is so dull. I mean, think about it. Like back in the day, man, like everybody had such fun stuff. They were just, it was just beautiful. Vibrant colors. I saw an Instagram post about this, and I was like, God dang, it's true. Your house used to be so fun. And let's be honest, you can make your house super fun. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You can make your house super fun and colorful and exciting. But the cookie cutter stuff that they make now is just so bland. All right. They have tapped this little guy. They're in the inversion. I want to see them reject from here. But that hour candle, man. That hour ugh. Ooh. I don't know, man. Going long on that hour candle looks disgusting. But let's see how they behave. Yeah, isn't it sad? Like you go to the mall, it used to be bright and shiny and fun and stuff, and now it's just this sad, bland place. Like who needs sad and bland, right? We thrive on like that's why people like are happier when there's like bright sunshine and you know there's a nice cool breeze blowing and all that good stuff. And so I drive a black car, but that's not because I just like black. I just love black on my car. But no joke, like I would probably, if I had to get like a cool, let's look at this. What is that? 10 minutes left in this candle. Man, I want this candle to close. I ain't getting into no longs on this disgustingly bearish candle. So, okay. So what did we know? And we ignored. They swept the all-time highs. And then this closure gave me hope. It really did. It gave me hope. If it closes below this and reclaims it, but there's like 9 minutes left in that candle. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to take a short 8 minutes before this candle closes. You can kiss my bumper. Just kiss it. I haven't had any coffee today, just so you know. Just so you know. Okay. This might be like a no trade day or like a PM trade day. But remember what I said. I wanted them to come in here. But look what they've done. Look what they've done. They haven't closed any bodies outside of this little guy. That's why I always wait. Because that hour closure is just mean. Ooh, look at that. Now that is the kind of thing. Well, it depends on how it closes. That is not what I want. Now, the difference would have been if this had gone up, made another candle, made a fair value gap, and then that would have been a nice continuation trade. This, no thank you. Not what I was looking for. That's going to close super bearish. Oh, you got some Blue Mountain coffee? Nice. No, nice. And honestly, let's be honest, like coffee actually just makes me sleepy. Or, well, it doesn't really do anything, you know? So like if the purpose is to drink it for energy, it doesn't help me at all. Sugar, on the other hand, that helps a ton. But I've had my B12. Come on, why is it always so dark? I fixed my settings. I have a ring light on. I have extra light on me, and this camera on here is just wrong. And I'm super bullish. So, all right. So we closed. Oof. That is all right. Well, there's a nice 1 hour extreme right here. That might be a nice target. If I were to go short, let's see. But this would require me to see follow through on the next hour candle. So we swept this again. All right, so we have 1, 2, and this inversion that they've reclaimed, and they're just going to run away. So I never got my confirmation for long, and we swept up, we shifted here, and then we just decided to drop. I don't know, man. There's no getting into that. A continuation trade, though, if I were interested, because we could, go take out. Where's the previous day's low, actually? Let's make sure I've got that sorted out, if that's where it wants to go. And maybe the previous day's extreme is a better area of interest. So like that extreme right there. And then the previous day's low is right here. You think so, Bernard? It's just adjusting to my nickname. Oh man. That would be awesome if it was the case. Okay. Yeah, so we've got aggressive desire to move down. I don't know if this is one of those situations where I even get into a trade. A new 5-minute candle. Okay, we just closed. All right. So a continuation trade for me in this case will be come here, come here. I don't care about that one anymore. The assumption is they have not taken this or this out. So if we make another fair value gap here, ooh, there's one up here. Then I want to see if they want to come up into here, tap it, reject with a nice juicy candle, and then we can come take that because they've shown that they want to go lower. Let's look at the 1 hour candle. What are you looking like? Ugh, I don't know. But again, if they show me my sweep and shift scenario, that would be nice. There's a small little guy up in here. So tapping that one wouldn't be weird. But let's see what they do. Dark Angel, yes. Now, if they do a similar situation where they run up, this is engulfing right here. So I've seen folks like take an entry at the 5-minute engulfing with the expectation that they're going to continue upward. I mean, that 50-minute candle is saying that that might not be a bad play. The 1 hour candle is saying that might not be a bad play. But I gotta go with what it's done so far. And what it's done is it's dropped. It's already taken the all-time highs out. Maybe it wants to come back down. Let's drop to the 1 minute and see what we do. There's another one up here that might be of interest. Probably should just mark it out. So my general desire is like when they hit these, they hit it, they drop, they sweep it one more time, and then they drop again. And then I feel good about taking, you know, a setup. There's an order block here. Be okay if they tap that. But there's 2 fair value gaps. So whenever there's more than one, I always have to assume. Hold on, this one's not perfectly. So like if I'd done the 5 minute engulfing, and that is engulfing, like the entry would be here, the stop would be down here, and then I would already be in this trade. But the thing is, I'm still thinking they want to keep coming back down. So for a long, I need to see them form a new higher low here, protected low, and then create an order block and then jump above it. If they don't do that, then I got nothing. And it's like 11:15, so I'd be waiting out here waiting. Got another little guy up here. They don't have to go up there, but sometimes they do. All right, so what I want to see here for a continuation trade is not like that, but it is an aggressive. Let's see how this closes. I would like for them to sweep this one more time and then close aggressively, because then that would make me feel better about it. Because they do that a lot, as I've noticed. I know that because I've taken this version of it and got my ass handed to me, and then the second sweep and then drop is the one that was the real deal, Holyfield. So let's see. This looks like I could get away with like 2 micros, but again, we're waiting. Because I've learned this is not it. Nah, we need decisive. We need decisive. Like, so this, all right, so we take it out again. Let's see if we get a decisive drop after that. With a fair value gap, and then now we have a protected high, and then I can get in. But you know what's funny? Again, that 5 minute engulfing, I'd be in here and I'd be in profit. But with all that dropping, I'm not super pressed to go long. They've already taken the all-time high out. They would have to show me they want to continue up right now. So we're just waiting. So far we've gotten through one day. All right, let's see if we get, so we formed an order block here. Let's see if we get a nice juicy drop, like juicy. But remember, there's a second one up here they can tap and then do it. So what's that hour candle looking? Looking pretty nice and sweepy. Hate these wicks, but this one lied to me. It lied to me hardcore. All right, let's go back to this 1 minute. It's got to be decisive. Right now, all it's telling me is that it wants to go back up if we stay above here. So now we're starting to get that decisive drop. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Let's see how that forms. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Leave me a fair value gap. There you go. This is better. It's what I was looking for. This is like my continuation trade right here. So, now I needed to, do a little more. All right, so then let's sell. Sell on 1 micro. I'm going to take it at the bottom of that guy. Normally, I would take it at the little volume imbalance right here. but I just don't want to get missed. And stop right here. No! Come on. Oh, come on. But you see what I was waiting for, right? Like it's gotta be decisive. It's gotta be decisive. It's gotta be obvious. Let's see. What does that 5-minute order block look like? Okay. It's a little wick. Because then I can take it down to the extreme, assuming they don't leave me in the dust. So that I could put my entry at the bottom of that wick. Guess. Don't love that. But let's see how we behave. It's like right here. Damn it! No! No! It's like I hate when this happens, right? But let's see. Maybe we get lucky and they come back up and they tag us. Did they touch that 5-minute, the wick of that 5-minute order block right there? No. I prefer an entry at the base here, but I don't know that they need to come back. Let's see how they behave right here. Ah, see, this is one of those such scenarios where I know I should move it, and I just don't because I'm being stupid. But I do think they might come back. Okay. Oh, there's a volume imbalance there. I didn't even notice it. All right, we moved our stop or entry. So general expectation now is I probably could have left it there and gotten tagged in at a better price, but it looked like it might want to run away from me. But let's see what they do. So now my entry was perfectly fine. All right, so now I'm expecting some expansion this way. Gotta watch it as it takes that low out. See if we can get to that daily extreme. Come on, you can do it. Drop, 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 drop. Everybody, drop, 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 drop. Okay. I obviously don't need coffee or sugar because I have a lot of energy today. Who knew? All right, so let's see I like to watch this on the higher time frame candles. So let's see if we can get some follow through. Looking good. All right, nice. There's an extreme right here they could stop at. So that, you see what I'm waiting for? You just gotta be patient. Like, it's methodical. I've learned to be very, very particular with it. Let's look at the 1 hour. Oof, don't like that 1 hour candle. I don't know if we'll get all the way down there. I'll be managing really quickly here. See, still got time on that 560. Honestly, like if we get to about 200 on that single micro, I'll probably move my stop to lock that in. This looks really good too. So this is what I'm talking about. I like the protected highs. So if we roll back up, if I get taken out here, it's fine because then we have like another area, another like order block for longs here, but I'd prefer if we got the drop. Don't love that. And I'm not a huge fan of this hour candle right now. I hate these. I do not like when they do that. I don't like this bullshit right here. This pisses me off. Still 20 minutes. We've dropped a whole bunch. We should be seeing some juicy body, but we're not. So as I would take this trade every time for sure, but we might be cooked. Okay, if we take this low out, then we make another 1 minute high. I can probably move my stop to here, reduce my potential loss area, and come on, let's get some follow through. This is an area of interest that they might want to turn around in after taking that out, so we'll manage accordingly. Oh, hold on. There is a fair value gap here. I need to see them drop below it. They're out here respecting the hell out of it. Don't love that. Yeah, not a fan. But I've learned not to move my stop too quickly because then I get kicked out of trades too early, and life becomes like super difficult. Oof. Don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. It's because that 1 hour candle turned into just a giant pile of nothingness. Okay, so I do like that we tapped into this and then it started dropping. Just 15 minutes left on that 1 hour candle. Ugh. It's got to make a decision. Do you want to go down or not? The only thing that I like if it closes like this is the fact there's no fair value gap in here. So there's no reason for it to pop back up again. But I don't love this. Don't love it. And I was being a little paranoid, so my entry's lower than here. So don't love that either. So might get clobbered. So between me and total annihilation is an order block and a reclaimed bearish fair value gap, but a shitty ass 1 hour candle. Ugh. So after that entry, a nice drop would have been the correct response instead of this. Like, I needed to blow through this like it's sandpaper. Like, this needs to curl that way. And this is why I didn't move my stop yet. I would have been stopped out. Because if this does drop, then I'd be really pissed, right? I could have gotten an entry at here too. So we swept this. I'm expecting, let's get some expansion. You got 8 minutes to expand downward. Do it. It's a good setup though. Let's be honest. It's beautiful. I normally take the entry right there. So this is where I'm thinking I might be able to, I should probably move my stop there. What does it look like on the 5 minute? Does it look like a protected high? It does. Okay. So if we can continue down that way, I can move my stop to this high, reduce my risk here, because now this is a newly created protected high, and we should see some follow through. This next 5 minute candle, if it does not drop, I'm gonna be really mad. Now we've gotten caught into some chop. We got cotton chop, y'all. We got cotton chop. And I want to be in chop. Damn. Let's look at that 1 hour candle again. It's a doji, y'all. It's a doji that doesn't know what it wants to be when it grows up. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my stop back where it was. Because we might form a new high. Okay, let's close this hour out because it is driving me batty. But this is why you don't go short in a bullish market. All right, so let's let it catch up. All right, so we've got a new hours candle. No fair value gap up here. So I would love for it to stay below the midpoint of this wick and drop. But we might just get cooked, y'all. Because that looks like a flat bottom. And a very aggressive looking candle. Yep. But on the upside, we have a sweep here. We get a shift. That'll be the first of shifts for an order block. And then we just wait for a second one and we just go long. Or we just eat the loss here and go on about our business. Because that looks... Yeah. Wow. What was that? This is why we moved our stop back to where it's supposed to be, because we didn't get the follow through we're looking for. So the stop's not protected after all. It has to drop below it. What's that hour candle looking like? All right, sellers are coming in. They're trying their best. They're pushing for it. What's the daily candle looking like? Oh, don't love that. 4 hour candle. Oh, damn it. I realized we were in my entries literally at the 4 hour order block. Didn't even realize. But the entry still had pretty good merit. We've swept everybody here. We got cotton shop, y'all. It's lunchtime. We don't know what the hell they're going to do. But going down does not seem to be a thing they want to do. So we might just get cooked. Still holding out hope. That's why I've been holding on working with my stops the way I've been working with them. So this rate, we either take a full stop out or they decide they want to drop. Right now, they're just hanging out at my entry. So we've gone through 2 days, barely 2 days, in an hour and 19 minutes because both of them were choppy days. All right, let's start if we can get down, we can start pushing this. But it looks like we're gonna get stopped. Yep, that's looking real. So far we've been rejected at the order block right here, but that looks like it won't last. We haven't closed above the midpoint of this bearish fair value gap. So that's what's standing between us and annihilation. Have you guys watched the new Mortal Kombat movie? I have been Mortal Kombating oh my god. I'm just like, get over here! From Scorpion. I am such a nerd. I swear to God. I've been loving it so much. I keep watching it over and over again. It's so crazy. No joke, if we can get away from this chop zone, then we can get some acceleration, I think. I know. I've just been like Mortal Kombat. I've rewatched every single Mortal Kombat movie, even Annihilation, which is I think the lamest one of them all because I don't know the freaking the animation, the way they did the monsters and stuff is just really, really cheap. But it's Mortal Kombat. Who cares? I just love it. Um, so yeah, but I watched it. I watched the new Mortal Kombat. I know, right? What's yours, Ebinar? What's yours? Oh, look, we're finally getting some follow through. This is why we didn't. That's why we didn't trust this high because we didn't actually like blow past this low. Come on, drop. Yeah, I don't know. I have Mortal Kombat fever. Hellboy, yes, I love Hellboy. Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't mind the golden army for Hellboy either. But part one was really where it was at. It was just epic. It just did the ding. It just did the job. You can't get any better than Hellboy. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. And then all the Matrix movies, like in order, and Lord of the Rings. Like I'll rewatch all of them, but like Lord of the Rings, you really do have to. Come on, no follow through again. Still in the chop, y'all. Okay, I think it's time for us to like move the needle forward. Let's see. Let's go to 1225 so we can get on with our lives. Oh, look, it dropped. Jeez. Yeah, I used to do like what do I call those things? Like watch parties, just for Lord of the Rings and The Matrix for realsies. Like I would be all over it. I don't know if I really need them to come all the way down here. I might take it here, see how they behave, move my stop. It's only like $60 there. Okay. Can we get down? Okay, so we've tapped that 1 minute fair value gap again. Let's extend it over so we can see the behavior. Because we've rejected like twice from here. If we bust below this thing, then we can get some acceleration. Okay, can we get out of this chop zone, please? What time is it? 12:27? Okay. Let's get to 12:30 and see what we're looking at. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about Mortal Kombat that's just getting me right now. I'm just constantly like just all about it. I can just rewatch it. They did adjust the storyline a lot for this new one. Like Liu Kang isn't like the main savior of everything. Um, but I really liked the story. I liked where they took it. It was still really fun. The fights between Scorpion and Sub-Zero were impressive. I liked the way they provided. Hey Sasha, what you doing? They provided like background on Scorpion and why he hates Sub-Zero so much. Bihan. So cool. We're stuck in this chop zone, man. Dang. Dang. Ugh. Either knock me out or pay me. What are you doing? All right, let's go to 35. Let's close this 5-minute candle out because this candle is mean. Finally got some follow through, but we're still stuck. We're stuck in a range. Look at it. We're back to like the midpoint of the range. So I don't know. I might be asking for it. I probably should have just gotten out of here, but I know that once they leave the space, what I like about this is that they haven't closed a body above the midpoint of this for value gap. Like once they do that, then I know I'm cooked. But for now, we're just sitting in a range. They're messing about, and we'll get a drop. What does this 1 hour candle look like again? Are we like dojiing again? Oh God, we're dojiing again. Jeez. Jeez, What you doing, Sasha? Don't play with chords. Don't play with chords, baby. Can we please move now? We would have been in this trade for like God knows how long. What is this? 2 hours now almost? Jeez. And then I just speed this up. Speed this up. New protected high created here. Oh, this is April 21st. This is about 12:38 p.m. Eastern Standard. I don't know what happened. I'm trading all of this blind. I can't open up TradingView because then that would be cheating. Ew, look at that 15-minute. Because if I open up TradingView, it'll tell me what happened, and then that will defeat the whole purpose of this whole thing, you know? So I can't do that. So, but sadly, and it happens, we got caught in some shop, y'all. We got caught in shop. Honestly, I don't need the daily extreme. I might just take it at the 1 hour extreme. Not there. Right there. Yeah. Are we finally getting some follow through? You've got, all right, we're just going to push this forward. Let's look at it in 5 minute. So if we're going to finally drop below that low, then I can finally move my stop into profit. And then maybe I'll move this down a little bit. Finally, are we finally going to go? Finally. It's taken so long. Okay, so around here is about $100. So on one micro, I'm really happy with just like $200 if I can get it. 205. The $5 to pay for fees because I trade a live account, and you know we got fees we got to work through. So the question is, there we go. Let's go! Ah, come on! All right, we got. All right, let's let that play out. So now we've finally gotten into some profit. There's no way in hell I'm taking a loss on that. So let's push that to break even. And let's see if we can get to that 1 hour extreme. There's also this low here. But like I said, if it gets close to $200, I'm going to lock in that 200. And so it's not weird if they want to come up and tap the order block right here. They need to stay below the midpoint of this fair value gap though. Tap it and run. Tap it and run. Let's see. Is there better structure on the 1 minute I can use? They made equal lows down here too. No, don't do it. Go down. You've taken so long to drop. Oh my God. I think the worst thing possible would be to have sat in this trade for like 2 hours and then gotten tagged out for break even. But that's also trading, right? It's just trading. Are we making a protected high here? Okay, we tap the order block. This, yeah, because I'm not taking a loss on this trade after all this bullshit. Technically, my stop should be right here. But again, I'm not taking a loss on this trade. You can kiss my ass. Just kiss. Now, they took the extreme, but from the entry, it's not really what I wanted. But let's look at that 15-minute candle. Ugh, seriously? To all of this wicking bullshit, you're just going to come up and tag me out. But them's the breaks, bruh. For real, like, them's the breaks. And do we hit something else exciting? Oh, shit. Well, they tapped into this bearish fair value gap that's been holding price up. Sigh. Well, we're just gonna wait. I don't love that they spent all this time tapping in here and then barely, blow past it before deciding to come all the way back up. But we are at the 5-minute order block, so I'm hoping that we get that expansion. We expand below here, I'll move my stop to here, and then let's see if we can't get that close to 200. But that's trading. Some days you're just sitting on a trade for like 2 hours. Like, what? What? Come on, get below that. Oof. Let's see what that 1 hour candle is looking like. It's looking a little better. Because this feels like a day where we get like a sideways daily candle, where it closes next to the other daily candle. So, yes, come on. We've got 5 minutes to show some gumption. Get out of this thing. Close lower. Close below here. Didn't close below this fair value gap. Don't like that. So the trade is pretty good. It's just one of those days where they're just going to make you wait like 10 years to get anything. Come on. So they tapped the extreme of these candles here and then decided, yeah, I hate ranges. I hate them so much. The first trade, we were able to get to wait for them to get out of the range, and then life was like a box of chocolates. But this trade, God help us, we couldn't do that. Could we please? So I don't want to move my stop yet because the hour is about to close and we're about to get to 1 o'clock. And my general desire is that this next 2 minutes will just tank. But it might not. It might just sit here because let's close the hour ourselves because ain't nobody got time. And we haven't even gotten to day 3 yet. Okay, let's push that forward. Okay, so the new hour. So far, the 1 hours have been. So my general expectation is this next hour should drop. Yeah, this next hour should drop. And I think we should get our TP. So I'm not going to squeeze it. Expecting them to use this fair value gap as an inversion. Swear to God. For real. So I don't like watching it on the 5 minute. But this is what it feels like. Like you're spending your whole time just sitting here. We've been in this trade. This will be the 3rd hour now. Oh man, I want to move my stop up here, but I need this to drop. All right, let's move this to 105. Get us a couple more minutes. Candles, see if we get the follow through. There we go. There you go. Maybe we can get the daily extreme out of this. Let's see. All right, with all of that, I'm gonna move my stop to right there, lock in a little bit more. So my stop is here, entry is here, so we're gonna make money regardless. Question is, so we're gonna get our 200. Oh, come on. It did it again. I mean, not you, but that daily extreme is looking a little juicy, right? It already tapped it. Let's be fair. It already tapped me. It should have already taken me out. So let me just put it back. That daily extreme is looking juicy, though. But it should have taken me out on that candle because it tagged it. Now I've just put it at the base of it. It was like right there. And it did it on the 5 minute and didn't tag me out. So given that it did not tag me out, what do you think? Daily extreme? I'm gonna lock in some more. Let's see if we can get any lower. But it should have taken me out already. Yeah, like I had it at the 1 hour. I had it at the 1 hour extreme. Let's go find that. So I have my TP right here. Oh, okay. Well, just tag me out. Okay, so we got tagged out. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit the daily extreme, so we should have just waited a little bit more, but that's all right. I'll take it. So 3 hours. Oh my God. Let's say it right. 3 hours later. All right, moving on. Jeez, that was a painful one, y'all. That was painful. Like, we had to wait so long for that trade. Jeez. All right, let's go to the daily here, and let's move on to the next day. The 22nd, let's go to, that was a serious effort and patience. All right, 9:40 next day. Dang. Dang. Oh, and look, we would have gotten the daily extreme. I knew that, but lately I've just been in the business of I don't care to force it. Just, building my small wings. Don't telegraphing shit. I hate that. All right, let's check news. All right, so it's Wednesday, April 22nd, crude oil inventories. It was watching paint dry, jeez. And no joke, the vast majority of my trades have been like that. Like, I left one in its current state, the whole trade, because it was like 30 minutes or something. I let that one, and I had no meetings, so I could just talk about it and just leave it open. But the rest I've condensed with no audio because, Okay, so we have a little volume imbalance down here. We're at an order block right here, bigger order block here. Still respecting this 4-hour order block. So up and away. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right, so what are we doing? So we are enjoying this 1 hour order block. We've done some sweeping upwards. I don't like lack of sweeper liquidity though. Like, I don't like that. Hey, Bob, what's crack-a-lackin'? What is crack-a-lackin'? Happy Sunday. Okay. This is not great. Where's London? London lows. So that's 1 a.m. So about here. Be nice if they swept that out. That'd be juicy. Pretty good. I've done April 20th and 21 so far. Oh my God. The 21st was a huge pain in the ass to trade though. Jesus. I mean, got the win, but dang. That was like watching paint dry, like 3 hour freaking short before it decided to move towards TP. It was crazy, man. The first day was better. It was just waiting to get out of the chop zone. So with the way I'm trading now, I would have been up 436.50 with that trade. So far, 2 days in, up 436.50. And let's see. So I don't know, did we do any like pre-market sweeps? Not really. Just been like this. I feel bad for London. Or wait, no. Never mind. They had a bit of an uptick. They had a little bit of an uptick. We're still sitting at the top, the top of that volume imbalance right there, right on top of it. And these 1 hour candles are giving me ulcers. And there's no news that I care about. So honestly, I need to see this hour candle close super bullish. So since we're not going to sit around, and we're just going to close the hour candle forward and see what we're working with. See, candles, they lie, man. They lie so good. But, ew, we still in this blue blasted range. All right, so we got a sweep. It's not pretty, but we got a sweep. And but right by all-time highs. I'm not super excited about this setup. This is looking, and we have an inversion fair value gap here. They've used it. We stayed below it. We finally busted above it. And now we're going for it. So I feel like we can start aiming for these guys. So sweep. We're about to shift right here. Damn. That's rough. This engulfing, like I said, I've been seeing people taking the engulfing and then stops below though. We have a nice protected low here though. I don't usually take the entry from the first shift after the sweep. Be nice if they'd taken London out first, but can't get everything. Maybe we get a nice continuation trade. So for that, we need them to run up, leave 1, 2, even 3 fair value gaps, just like we did in the last trade, but for longs. So let's see what we get. This probably looks like ass on the 1 minute. Okay, on the 1 minute, I like that tap, but I don't trust 1 minute protected lows. This is the only one I care about, honestly. And I would have to take it here with a stop down here, but we're already here. So honestly, I prefer to see them like bust above it and then give me like a retracement, a pullback. And we're in another bullshit range again. Was this week just ranges? For real. I have not checked yet to see if I took any trades this week in that April week. But was it just ranges? Because good grief, man. It's just rough. All right, so we had the shift here on the 5 minutes. I don't like the wicking, but it was a shift. If this makes a second candle, oof, and new protected low, prefer if it was an order block. I was tempted for a long at the top here, stop below here, so we would be in here already, but it's not really my setup. And maybe when I'm like when I'm all grown up, when I'm all grown up as a trader, then I'll be a lot more aggressive. Yeah, I had to say it like that, all grown up. All right, so this 1 hour candle should be looking semi-decent. So we could have gotten that extreme right on that candle, yep. Even gotten the low of that wick. So they don't care about London lows, they're just gonna run up. So everything is, I just don't want to be in this area. I don't want to be in here. So we'll wait for a proper closure. I prefer if this closed downward and gave me a down close candle and went up. That'll be good. It looks like they're going to create a little volume imbalance in here. I like those, but it's not really like an entry area for me, and the candle hasn't closed yet. So I don't know if we're actually going to get it. But so far, this inversion is working like a battered L. I think there's going to come a time when I'm going to be comfortable taking, after the sweep, the first engulfing with the inversion as an entry. But right now, I'm taking exactly 2 types of trades, and I have to see them form. So far you've seen a continuation trade from me. And actually, no, you've seen both. On the 20th, you saw the the sweep of liquidity and double shift entry, and then the very long, very paint drying 21st gave us the continuation trade option. I like the tap into here. 10-15. So if I'd taken the initial trade, we'd be in here. Life would be like a box of chocolates, and we could aim for that. And maybe we miss it. But now I'm going to wait for a continuation trade. And maybe we get up to 1.2. We're at all-time highs, so we can aim for the world. And that 1 hour candle should be looking real strong. Real strong. So we got 1, 2 of them. Yep. Yep. Most likely we do get a 5-minute fair value gap off of this guy. Got to wait for it to close. We got what? All right. 2 more minutes left on this candle. So for my continuation, I need at least 2 fair value gaps to form on its way up, and then I pull back into them. A third one would be even better, but because that's what I'm used to. But a lot of folks are like, this sweep engulfing 5 minutes, stop below that low, that would have paid too. That would have paid too. All right, this is getting annoying, so let's push to close that 5-minute candle. Okay, so we got a fair value gap here and here. So what I would like to see now is if we can, what? No. The second candle, 2 RTP. All right, let's see. No. Here we go. All right, let's double check that we did have a little volume imbalance in here. I don't think we do. Let's just that. And all right, so Bob is saying, do we have a break? No. Okay, good. So there's a tiny, technically, this fair value gap closes here because there's a little volume imbalance in there, so I have to include it. So that's a nice big guy. So you're saying inside this 5-minute fair value gap, stop loss below the second candle. So this guy right below here, and 2 RTP. Okay. I can't open trading view to map that out because I don't want to cheat. I want to cheat because then I'll know what happens. But I see what you're saying. Again, sweep, engulfing up to here, in and out in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. So we have 1, 2, 3 fair value gaps forming. Do we get any kind of a pullback? Let's push this to 10:30. Let's see if Bob's trade actually works. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. All right, I don't need them to tap that one. We might not even get an entry. This might just run away. Let's look at this on the 1 minute. Jeez. So like this guy is what I was, yeah, that looks like it's just going to keep going. Like I'd be open to 1.5, but we got a lot of 5-minute fair value gaps, and I want to see if we tap. We got 1, 2. Oh, good. We have 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. I don't know if they're going to bother to come all the way back down here. I'm going to delete this all-time high tag here. Just might not. All right, let's push this forward to 5 minutes. Yes, come down. Come to mama. So we need a continuation trade. I want to see them tap this and then give me some juicy, options for a continuation back up. That would be nice. That 1 hour candle. All right, it's got 20 minutes left on it. All right, so let's look at that one because they tapped the order block and they tapped the first fair value gap. I mean, it's so bullish, they might not even bother to come back down. So look what it looks like. But what it looks like it's forming, if it busts above here, then I can take it here, stop below here, you know, go up here to here, something like that. Measure the points with what? This is sink or swim. I don't really have anything to do that in here unless you know of something. Also, I need to get better at doing that. Like, I can't just look at price and know like how many points things are. I really do need to work on that. All right, this looks like it's creating a protected low with this closure. So I'm 2 seconds. So actually I'm tempted to do a 1 micro buy here. Stop below here. Let's see. It's not my preferred, but with such a strong move up, they might not want to even bother to come back down. Because I could be wrong. My preference, come on. Usually my continuation trade requires them to touch this and this, but we're in a very bullish market, so maybe we don't get that. Or maybe we do, and I get hosed. I should have waited for that second higher candle to form. That's me being a bit, or I should say just not being patient. So this might be me giving back some profits for this week. Because I'd prefer for that to move up. There's 15 minutes left on this candle. Let's look at the 1 minute. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I should have waited for them to come tap this. So I'm gonna have to, like, if I get stopped here, I'm gonna have to eat this loss because I didn't wait for my normal setup. So this is just like being impatient and banking on the fact that they're pushing up so aggressively that maybe we just don't get that deeper pullback we usually get. But if not, then I'm wrong and we get stopped. Maybe this makes the protected low that I was looking for, that I should have waited for before I got into this entry. It's all about how this, because then I could have entered once this actually formed instead of, you know, taking this heat. Yeah, I gotta eventually get to the point where I can like just look at it and just estimate how many points it is based off of the price. I've been kind of lazy about that. See that 5 minute candle. Gosh. Damn it. Why are we always getting caught in chop? Just rest and be well assured we have been caught in chop. But we did make the protected low that I wanted, so I am comfortable. So we should continue up. I want at least 200 bucks out of this micro. And I don't know where that lands, so let's see if we can get above here. Let's see, maybe midpoint of between. What's this hour look like? Oof. So we're hoping the next hour decides to be nice to us and runs up instead of being mean, sweeping us out, and then giving us the entry we were looking for down here. So that's why it's a 1 micro trade. So And One Micros have been paying me for weeks now, so I am not mad at it. All right, let's push this forward a bit. So let's go to 10:55. Oop, hour's about to close. You got real close to being stopped out right there. Oh yeah, oof, that 50-minute candle is just, yeah. So with the One Micro, I can technically move my stop to down here and it wouldn't be terrible, but I'm not going to do that. I should have waited for the appropriate setup. So I will take my licks and come back, with the entry I was looking for down here. So yeah, we're about to get stopped out, y'all. And then we can get the continuation trade. But I don't know, it looked like it would be good. And technically on the 5-minute, like, what I should have waited for this entry is once we created this low, then I needed another green candle to close above it. And then I should have set my entry. So this is very preemptive and bad, Shakira. Bad. If it works out, it's just by like an utter miracle. Honestly, for real. Like if it works out, it would be a miracle. All right, this hour is about to close in 30 seconds. Literally, it would be, because look how close they came to this is why I use these protected lows. If I get stopped out or not, but look at that. Come on. Oh, man. But this definitely looks, okay, new hour coming for me. Let's put it on the 1 minute. So once it clears me, it actually kicks me. So that was definitely preemptive of me. Come on. I tagged it too. No. Stop me up. All right, this is TOS. Okay, it'll come back down again. So I think we'll get the continuation trade down here. But it should have stopped me out on this candle. It'll stop me out here. Really? That's cheating. You already stopped me. You're going to go lower. Just do it now. Yeah, sometimes TOS doesn't tag you in, doesn't stop you out when it should. But we already know we've been stopped out for this trade already. But I would consider that a B. Come on. Stop doing it so fast. Okay, so we just gave back some profits. That's all right. So what we want to see now, and what we should have waited for in the first blasted place, is if they want to tap this third one and then give me a nice juicy move back up. They've tapped the second one, so and that new hour candle should be looking more bearish. But I needed to form a wick, so I really wanted to come. There's an order block right here. I really wanted to come down. It doesn't have to, but so I tapped the second fair value gap barely. Really? All right. So it tagged us out. Now it's engulfing. No. So it's making a new protected low. It didn't quite tag the second. See how this candle closes. Really needed to come down here. Ah, shit, it's 12. I've only gotten through 3 days. These things have taken so long. All right, this will be like my... let's push this forward. Because if this tags up, then I would have to take the entry here with a stop below here. So I didn't see what I wanted. Well, technically we did. We saw it here. You know, sweep, juicy shift with a big fair value gap. All right. It's a little bit better entry. I'm probably being preemptive again. Because I said I wanted them to come down here, didn't I? I think I'm getting tired. Like my patience is definitely running away. Ugh. So the expectation is for them to start moving that way. All right, we're in, so let's start pushing it forward by 5-minute increments and see if we get what we think we're gonna get. Because these candles be lying, man. They be lying hardcore. All right, so we're still in the range. Let's push it forward to 1120. Because we might still get that drop, but that looks better. And I don't like that they didn't really tap into the second fair value gap. I really don't. But we're going to make back our losses. Let's push it. This will be the last day because I got to start my Sunday relaxation. All right. Okay, so moving good. This is the new protected low now. See if we can get 200 bucks out of this micro. And that one new 1 hour candle is looking better. See if we can get to the midpoint between the fair value gaps. All right, let's push it to 11:30. Next 5-minute candle. Okay, looks like we're creating a new protected low here. If we can get above that, then I can move my stop there. Let's let it catch up. So 1.5 standard deviations. All right, let's push it forward another 5 minutes. We want this candle to close super bullish if we can. Okay. In that 5 minutes, we've gone nowhere. New 50-minute candle doesn't look juicy. Let's push it to 11:40. If we get stopped out twice, I just close out for this day and not worry about it, because what's the point of worrying about stuff? If we can get up out of here, maybe this will pay us 200. Let's see as we start to get closer to it. All right, let's move this 5 minutes. Oh. Oh, this is so juicily mean. Like, what the hell, man? Just not that 1 hour candle. That 1 hour candle is just not. It's forming a fair value gap, and my stop is literally at the start of it. Don't love that. And it only has 13 minutes left in that candle. All right. You got to break above here and you got to do it with some alacrity. This is why I didn't move my stop here. We hadn't taken the high out to make the protected low. So, yep. Let's get some follow through. Go, 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 go. Let's see if we can't get through this trade. Can we get out of this chop zone, please? Please. With some cheese. Okay. Let's look at that on the 1 minute. I don't take that high out. I can just move my stop to here and just be like, whatever. Okay, let's go to 11:55, see where we are. Okay. Let's look at the 5 minutes. Oof. Okay, that 1 hour candle is going to close kind of lame-like. All right. Let's close it out and go to 12. These days are rough, man. All right, let's close that 1 hour candle. All right, new hour candle. Oof. So my problem now becomes, do they want to run up or do they want to come into the fair value gap down here first and then run up? I don't like that. I don't like that wick. Preferred if they'd done this first and then wicked that way. You might be giving away monies for the second time, y'all. But we also didn't wait for the full pullback, so it is what it is. Let's go to 5 minutes. Oof. Realsies. Let's close this 5 minute candle. We just need to, it's just so much chop for real. Like, it's just chop galore. That's a good closure. Let's take it to 12:10. Can we get out of this area, please? Oh, gosh. Seriously? Look at this chop. All right, it's having a problem getting up there, so might not. Okay, this looking like it might want to. What's that 1 hour candle looking like? It's looking good. It's looking real good. All right. Let's keep moving the needle forward. 20 minutes. We are in a deep chop zone. Honestly, I don't want to... I'm this close to moving my stop so I can not... 12:25. Oh my God. Like, when does this actually move? Another one of those, you have to sit in there for hours just waiting. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue on down. Came and swept those guys out. Yeah. That 50-minute candle is a problem. It's caught up. All right, let's move it to 12:40. Yo, these. Okay. This is the 15-minute sideways BS that we're caught in. Let's go to 12:45. Let's close this 15-minute candle and see what we get. Damn. And the hour is probably no longer looking juicy. Yep. We're just hanging out at our entry. So this looks like another stop out, probably. Can hit escape velocity out of here. Ugh, this hour sucks. It sucks so bad. Couldn't get any expansion out of it. Ugh. All right, let's get to the 1 o'clock hour and see if we're giving back more of our hard-earned trading mun-muns. Ugh. All right, let's go to 105. Dang, 3 hours just to take a loss? That is just wrong. Well, that 15-minute candle is... That 5-minute candle looks good. Let's push it forward. 110. Literally hours. 2 days in a row. Sit through hours. Seriously, look at that. Sit through literally hours before we can get any kind of TPing. Okay. Let's catch up. All right, stop below this low. I mean, it's a 1 micro trade. I'm not going to take a loss on that now after all of that bullshit. Let's see if we can get... Let's just take it up to here. We've been sitting in here for so long. So right now we are above entry. 3 hours later on a single micro trade. Let's push this to 120. Okay. Honestly, I'm just waiting for them to form a low I can put my stop at. Okay, let's get out at 1.5 standard deviations. That looks like a nice, if we continue up, maybe we'll get 200 out of that. I'll put my stop right there. Technically, I can move it here because we're showing some strength in this direction. All right, yep. Put my stop there. Let's lock in some more. Damn, hours later, man. Hours later. Man. Come on. Take it out. Let's go. 166. I don't know if we'll probably get 180 or something out of this trade. 3 hours later. At minimum, at this point, I should have mitigated my the first loss. See what that 5-minute candle is doing. All right. All right, let's push this forward. So we are over the allotted time I set for this live today. Let's go 5 minutes. All right. Immediate rebalance. Can we continue up that way now? And tap into that. It's nice. Can lock in some more. Okay, let's go to 35. Okay, so 5 minutes later, we've tapped into fair value gap. We're still inside this one, and then what? Let's catch up. 5 minutes. And that hour candle is looking like good. Okay. Let's go back to the 1 minute. So I will be, as we get above here, I'll be moving my stop here. Honestly, after being in this trade for so long, there's no way in hell I'm going to get kicked out of it. So I'll move my stop down here. And let's go to 140. Okay, let's go to 145. Let's look at that 5 minute candle. Okay. All right. 150. Okay. Okay. 155. It's so close. I don't know if I want to. Oh my God. Seriously. 2 o'clock. Hours, y'all. Hours. 2 days in a row, we're just sitting in a trade for literal hours. Okay, new hour. Are we going to push up or let's continue pushing up? I like that wick down there. Let's keep going that way. That'd be nice. All right. Seriously. 205. I mean, we're going to go up. It's just when. High resistance bullshit right now. Coming down. 215. For real, we're just sitting around inside of this fair value gap right here, just skirting the base of it. You can just go up a little more. It's really not necessary for you to do all this. I refuse to get kicked out of this trade after spending so long in it. If I get stopped out, that's fine, but hours. Make a new low. See. All right, what are we doing? I'm in a decent enough place. Okay, let's keep pushing. If I'm wrong, and I don't get anything. Okay. Tap that one. All right, 2:30. Hours. I keep saying it over and over again. There's a little one right here. Don't come back into this area. That would just mean more of this BS right here. We'd be in this trade for hours. I should just taken stop off for like 1:30 or something. All right. I'm moving that there. Let's go to 240. Okay. All right, so returning to the 50-minute fair value gap on order block. Hours of this. If I'd been really serious, I could have gotten stopped out here, but I'm trying to stay with the trade. Okay. Just waiting for it to catch up. Okay. 250. Looks good. $255. Come on, candle. You can do it. Make it up there. No. All right. 3 o'clock. Hours. Keep saying it over and over again. Hours. And there we are. Stopped out on that candle. Seriously? That's some bullshit. You know what? That is just rude. I should have just been tracking it all the way up here. For real. Hours. I should have just taken that. Be better. Oh well. That's it for me. Have fun, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Enjoy your Sunday. Shakira out. Yeah, I should have just been dragging it up here and just take what I can get out of it. What would that have netted me? So, like, if I hadn't been pushing it, it's like, let's go back to 250. I'm just curious. And this is just me being a little salty, so whatever. So let's go back to 250. Okay, all right. All right, y'all. Be safe. Shakira out.